Hey guys, time for another episode of Shadow Era Meltdown Miller. Today we're going to do 4 Call of the Crystals. We're going to go with Victor, and we're going to do a playstyle that is super silly but fun. I like doing it, is 2 Shadow Knights, which means that you can just keep looping Shadow Knight in and out indefinitely, which can tend to drive your opponents crazy. I don't know if I've ever done that while I'm playing an actual game, so we'll see. The only real hunter card that we have to really play with is Death Trap, so we're going to have to hope that that's going to be enough. In the meantime, we'll go and load up on cards. Here's the Lone Wolf, which will be slightly counterintuitive to the Shadow Knight, since with the Shadow Knight we're always trying to have a card in hand, or an ally in hand, but I think it'll still be fine. And then we have some really good weapons over here. Meanwhile, we got Legion. Is that what it's called? Legion United? I guess so. Okay. We don't have a lot of item destruction, which could be problematic. Oh, Into the Forest. We'll take that, sure. Let's see what happens if we do that. 35 cards. I think that's pretty good. We don't have a lot of low-cost allies, do we? Yeah, we have a hand. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, let's see what we can do with this. All right, don't forget to subscribe. We do episodes every Monday. This one's a little bit late because of the holiday weekend, at least in the U.S. But subscribe, and you'll get a new episode every week. I'll come back when an opponent shows up. Bye. Alright, we are back. We are playing Vilela. They are playing an Elementalis, for whom Victor is pretty good against, since we can always take down their health. That being said, their ability only costs 3 shadow energy, ours costs 4, so it'll be they'll be able to activate theirs quicker than we can activate ours. Luckily, we have Death Trap available already immediately, which is great. Ooh, the weapon is good also. All of these are good cards. So we're not going to be able to use. We're going to put down Death Trap immediately as soon as we can. So. We can't use Alden on the next turn anyway. So we're going to sacrifice him. What Big Teeth is tough. Obviously, we have the 1 item destruction. Or the one, what is it, like the rusty one or whatever that was. That is a good card also. So let's... I love Mugged, but I don't think we can really use it. So the goal on the next turn is to use Beetle Demon Bow. If they trigger Death Trap on the next turn... So he wanted to go see if it was that like Spring Trap or something. He realizes it is not. So he knows it's a trap that costs 3. Odds are good that it is Death Trap. There he goes. So, the tough thing here is that... Ooh, that one's good too. Sure, let's... Okay. So, this isn't an ideal way of doing this, but this way... I say it's not ideal because obviously he'll be able to kill Christopher Wilde on the next turn, and he hasn't triggered his ability yet. Meanwhile, we have triggered our ability. That being said, we stave off an ally on the next turn, and we'll be able to put down... We should be able to put down Shadow Knight on the next turn, unless he puts down an ability of some sort instead of an ally. Which is fine. Okay, so there's Bad Wolf. Now the ability has been triggered. He is going to use... He's going to use What Big Teeth on Christopher Wilde. I'm not crazy about using Shadow Knight this early on, because it only works if Shadow Knight is our... Ooh, okay. So... We may have no choice but to... We're going to keep... Alright, I'm gonna take a risk. So now we don't really have anything. Yeah, so that's going to be hard to kill. Alright, so... he'll be able to upgrade that guy in the next turn. It's gonna be tough. Okay. So we go and destroy his weapon at the very least. The tough thing here is that we don't have anything that can take out Gargoyle. He will be able to take out Shadow Knight right now when he upgrades Gargoyle. The good thing about that is that he's now put all of his energy towards upgrading Gargoyle. So, in 2 turns, we might be able to take him out. There was that. Poor quality, but that's no longer a thing. Yeah, so... if we wanted to... it sucks because Jasmine would stay alive. And he'll be able to upgrade Jasmine sooner rather than later. Okay, so at least we can trigger our Shadow ability on the next turn. Okay, cool. This works. I like that. So, we go ahead and put down Infernal Gargoyle. Now we can put this down. And now we will go and... alright, so the deal is... if I take out... who would be a better person to take it out? No. We'll play it safe. Okay, so we've got that guy on the next turn. His next ally is dead, which is good. Darkflyer. So I mean, obviously he knows what card, what that trap is. So he's going out of his way to put down low-cost allies. Alright, so we've got 2 weapons here. 3 weapons, actually. So we're going to go and put that there. Now he's going to be conscious about whether or not he wants to attack me, because that will disable him. And he also has to keep an eye on who he's going to upgrade. I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice that. There we go. Okay, so we got that also. Dark Ascendant will help. Just kind of bleed his allies out. We don't have our Shadow ability for a while, so we... and obviously we are lower on health here, so we're going to have to be smarter about this. That's fine. So, unfortunately, Ankle Breaker isn't going to be as much... isn't going to last as long as we would want it to. We will use Dark... oh, we got 2 of them. Well, we don't need both, so let's see what else we can get after that. There we go. So now we can at least start gaining some health. So... we've got 1 more use of Ankle Breaker. Nope, not even, because he'll probably... okay, so there we go. So we will have 1 more use of Ankle Breaker. So that will fall on Zoe, who will be dead on the next turn. We will use Christopher Wilde, and then we'll use Lone Wolf. Do we have our shadow ability on the next turn? We do. I don't want Bad Wolf. So, yeah, unless he has like a sandworm or another infernal gargoyle, we're able to take out whatever his next ally is, luckily. We just need to be able to survive the next few turns, which will be hard. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to be playing the waiting game here now. Ooh, that's a really good card also. So hopefully we can just outlast this for a tiny bit longer. Maybe I should have done some sacrificing so that I gotta put down my weapon and put down a trap at the same time. Because realistically, we're really hurting here. Okay. So, like that. That's good too. So he's going to be causing me a bit of damage here. We're really hoping that I just last long enough that he doesn't have to... Yeah, you know what? There you go. I'm not going to attack, and I'm not going to convert that. We need to be able to use Lone Wolf. So he's going to cause 3 damage on the next... 2 damage on the next turn, and then 3, and then I'm going to recover. All he needs is like a lightning or a supernova, you know? So I don't think... we're on extremely borrowed time here, obviously. Okay, so we have no choice. We have to use the tidal wave here, which is fine, right? We have to use the tidal wave. Yeah, I mean, that sucks, but it's okay. Super overkill, but we really just gotta regenerate as quickly as possible. So we've got some good cards on the next turn if he just doesn't have an ability that can cause 2 damage. Or 1 damage, really. I'm pretty sure I'll be dead with 1 damage. Okay? So now we get to use our ability, and then we can use... the bow, which is good. Alright, so we survive yet one more turn. Ooh, and we've got another good card there. So skip. We are going to sacrifice our current weapon, which is fine. Again, I wish I could put down the trap at the same time. So, we're still alive. It is in his best interest to use his weapon to try to get rid of my bow, Soul Seeker. So, yeah, we're just going to hold on here now. And just kind of time this out as long as we can, slowly regenerating. The problem is he has more cards than I do in his deck, but me being a hunter, me being Victor, I can always get that card back. There we go. Again, slowly getting stronger. So the problem here is we no longer, since we used Christopher, we can't get Shadow Knight back. And, but that being said, we should go use this. So actually, I'm going to go and flip that around. We don't need him for now. This is also good. Was it Black Garb or something? Is also good against his allies. So, that's good. We can... I wish I had Rampage, is what we really could go for right now. That's okay. Again, allies right now aren't really all that useful. Because that'll just get us to bleed. Yep, so we're just going to wait. And just kind of build up our reserves here. The problem is we don't really have anything in the way of offense. So this is going to end up being a tie. I don't know. He has a lot of options. The odds of this being a tie are really, really small. Have we had a tie? When I play these, I really try not to do those anymore because they're kind of, it's you know, obviously it's a waste of time. And I really try not to put myself in a situation in which I could end up getting myself tied, you know? Should we go ahead and put down Black Garb on this next turn? We have a lot of weapons, so that's good. Yeah, let's go ahead and... Oh, nope, we didn't, because we sacrificed ourselves. Okay, so let's make him run out of... Well, now I can use this. Let's make him run out of... We'll be fine. For just a few more turns, we'll be fine. No, I'll keep that card for when we can. So, he's clearly building himself up here. We're full up on our shadow ability, which is good. So is he. His portal won't work on this next, unless he has 2 cards that are low. So there's one. What's his next one? Does he have another one? And then again, we're just going to have to wait it out. He now has fewer cards available to him than I do, but he still has 4 more than he would need to get himself milled. So we wait again. He has portal for 1 turn. Maybe I should have gone and used them into the forest then. No, well, no. That's the problem with if I use into the forest then after having triggered Death Trap is then I wouldn't get Death Trap back. Yeah, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 6. I have 12 cards. He's got 11 cards. Valiant Defender is good for him. He's not going to upgrade. Which makes sense because he thinks I'm just going to go and trigger it immediately. So, I wish there was a way. I'm going to go and... I don't know. Alright, let's hope that he doesn't take the Ascendant. Alright, so what we're going to... Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do this. Then we'll use Into the Forest. So now he would have to go and make a choice of whether or not he wants to go and upgrade Keldor or not. We can't attack Keldor, which is why we just went and did this. He no longer has a weapon to try to wear down my Soul Seeker. But if he did, I mean, like, if Soul Seeker goes away, then eventually we'll go and use Golden Catar. So, if he upgrades Elementalis now, we will use our Shadow ability on Elementalis. Okay, hanging in there. So he has 9 cards left in his arsenal. So we're gonna go ahead and skip, put this down, and use Into the Forest again. There we go. And then, do we want to go ahead and do that? Would that have been would that have been useful? Alright, I'm gonna go and use Smite here. So again, he has to go and make a choice pretty soon. I'm gonna go and sacrifice that, or not sacrifice, but none of our allies are useful here. He's down to 8 cards. We don't have item destruction, so if he had Infinity Core, we'd be screwed. This game would basically be over. We have Into the Forest, so one of his allies is going to die. We have Lightning. We can attack any of his allies at this point. The next ally he puts down will be dead because of Death Trap, which is good. Man, I really wish we had Rampage. That would just be that would have just really been the most helpful thing to have. The tough thing here... Okay. So the tough thing here is that on the next turn, we won't get Death Trap back. We will get Into the Forest back, because Into the Forest is going to go into the graveyard right at the end of this turn. So there he goes again. So skip. He's getting low on cards. Is that the best thing that we can do? Yes, for now. So let's go ahead and put down Marshland Sentinel. Obviously, that is risky. Okay, so that's a good card to have also. Alright, so he is down to his last 7 cards. We are down to our last 7 cards also, although we'll be able to get one back into the we'll be able to get Into the Forest back. Now he's down to 6 cards. If he had Eternal Renewal, I mean, we'd just be in trouble, you know? So he has to make a choice about which of these to take out. Or to upgrade, rather. So we are going to... Oh, yeah, our guy doesn't take damage. That's nice. Yeah, so we'll just make this simpler. There we go. And then we'll go use this. So now he's getting milled. He has 4 cards left. We'll go ahead and put... Nah. Not yet. Okay. Again, he keeps getting milled. Okay, we'll put down Keldor. Alright, is that fine? That's fine. Okay. So, we no longer have Into the Forest. We have Lone Wolf, but it's not doing anything. Yeah, we did it! Oh, that's awesome. I can't believe it. I've had bad luck with Elementalis and, like, you know, this Tala recently, ally-based heroes. But Victor is a good ally for that, hero for that, obviously. It would have been better if we had Poison and or Flaming Arrow, but we ended up not needing it, which is awesome. I can't believe it. We were down to what, like 3 health? We were literally down to like 1 damage. All he needed was some sort of lightning. It could have been like the one lightning that like caused 1 damage, and I think we were dead. But we made it all the way back. So that was a really, really fun game. Thank you for sticking around. We'll see you next week. Bye.